when and how to share the hard stuff as you're getting to know a man. This topic comes up a lot, both with my clients and also in the Facebook group. And the reason it comes up so much is because we think that as we're getting to know somebody, that we're gonna want to share so much of our lives. And especially if we feel a connection, we're like super excited. Oh my God, I haven't felt this way in a long time. I'm gonna talk with him about everything. And that's a big mistake. I've been on dates with men where they're telling me about diabetes and their cancers and losses, and then they get really sad and they're telling me all these things that I would be able to hear if I knew him better, but not as we're getting to know each other. And that's why we don't share until we've built some trust. The things that we want to share as we're connecting are not the wounds. We tend to connect on our wounds because it feels so familiar, and it's, oh, your wounds, let me hear about yours, let me share mine. And that's how many of us connect with our female friends, right? Some of my best friends, we connected because of our crazy upbringing, or, some experience in high school and this terrible teacher we had. And it's fun and it's funny with our girlfriends. But it's not the same with a romantic interest. So I want you to connect with the good stuff. I want you to share your passions. I want you to share something exciting that happened to you. Maybe it's a time that you traveled and why it was so great for you. Share somebody who inspired you and why. So the why is really important. That's how we connect with our values, by saying, I love this because, I did this because, this was inspiring because. You talk about a pivotal moment in your life when you had an epiphany. Maybe you changed your whole life course because of something that happened. So these are exciting topics. Even a museum visit where you went to see a Monet exhibit and how it inspired you. So write in the comments, what could you share that would spark a good conversation? Because when you share your passions, you reveal your values. So what not to share? The things that we don't want to share are sexually transmitted diseases, chronic conditions, unless they are obvious and it affects what you look like and how you're going to show up to a date. Then you can briefly talk about it. Don't share your eating disorders. Don't share your crazy family stuff. Don't share stories about your exes. Don't share long work stories. Don't share any of your past suffering as you're getting to know a man in the beginning. And this is really for the courtship phase. In the first few dates, you're just getting to know each other. When somebody knows you well, they can handle that you might have debt, that you might have a disease, that you might have an eating disorder. It's all about how we share. Okay, so how do we share? We share after we've built trust, after you feel that this man can hear it, and then you do it slowly, one little bit at a time, and you share it in a positive way. You tell the most brief story about the hard stuff. And the beautiful part about this is that when you share this way, it encourages a man to share as well. And so you're going to get a juicy conversation from the right man. He is going to be so inspired that he's going to start sharing more emotionally than he might have otherwise. So this is something that I have taught in my classes. We're talking a lot about this in the Women of Value Club this month, and we're really talking about how to understand men. This is a key to understanding men, because men don't open up emotionally as easily as women do. And when you share like this, you access his emotions. He doesn't share these things with his friends. Most guys don't. They just share the facts, and they talk about games, they talk about work, but they don't talk about the deeper emotional stuff. So what they're looking for is a woman of value, somebody who they feel safe with, who they can trust and be open with. And when you show up as that woman, you're like gold to him. And so we are this month talking deeply about this topic. And for anybody who's not in the Women of Value Club, This is the last month where you can enter for free for a full month and try it out. And then it's only $37 a month for a really valuable program where I go live for an hour and coach people. I mean, this is worth hundreds of dollars. I'm keeping it low because I want to reach more of you. And so please consider joining if you're not in yet.